What's poppin', guys? You got your boy Nandra here, back at it again with yet another 5-0 take two finish. Let's keep it popping. Now I just need two more, I believe, in order to get my taker of two flares. So I'm very excited about that. So I will go ahead, and show you guys the deck list. Now this is the deck list I was using. I'll playing sword this time because, like I said, sword is pretty strong. Now you'll notice in my draft that I have a little bit of everything, but not too much of any one particular thing. I have some nice late game bombs with that Proto Baja, Armored Troll, Dragon Knights, even Octress as well. I have a lot of spot removal, which is the biggest part. I have two Spine Blades, a Craving Slender, two Assassination Jutsu, so that's really good, and even a Divine Retribution. That's nice. I even actually have a correct amount of 2-drops now, and that of a nice solid amount, and that of 10, because there have been some drops I've had where I only have like 6 2-drops. I'm like, what the hell, what's going on? And I also even have a nice variant swing card of that one of Treasure Map, just because Treasure Map can give you if it gives you either Grave Discretion or if it gives you Arthurian Light, you probably win the game off that, just because that is infinite value, and that's really strong. Even in this draft, if I get the magical library, the rune option, that also works too, because it literally just picks up removal, and that's great because you can never really have too much removal and take 2 Kappa. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started with the games. Now I will be the first to tell you that not all these games were played absolutely flawlessly or anything like that. However, I did try to do the best with what I had, and that's sometimes just all you can do. Then just try to keep it calm, keep it flexible, and just not get not tunnel vision or anything like that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'll be trying to show you guys Force Sword and Portalcraft, and if I can this one. If I can't, I'll just use Portalcraft Sword and Sword in the second part. So the first game is gonna be versus Forcecraft. So like I said, Forcecraft is pretty hit or miss. But in my opinion, I think Forcecraft is definitely a solid contender for tier 1 almost. It's just missing a few slight things, for example, the whole, well, what do you do with your fairies? Because you can draft a lot of fairies, because you have at least, I think it's 6 or 7 different outlets for fairy generation, but you need to be able to do more with that. And you also, if you are drafting a lot of fairies, you need to be able to go first quite often, because fairies while going second are kind of meh. So I keep the treasure map here. This is mistake number 1. Honestly, I should have tossed back treasure map. I do not know. I've done this so many times and been bitten in the ass so many times for doing this. I'm going second, so I don't get the luxury of being able to do something greedy like this, but I did it anyway, and that was a mistake. It was a hard mistake. Anyway, so I pick up Tina and Proto Bajas. These are really slow. And right now I'm just scared, because I actually have to draw off the top perfectly in order to not be dead here. Now I do get very lucky, and I do pick up the Arthurian Light. Arthurian Light actually has additional value if you're playing either Force or if you're playing Sword, just because of all of your tokens. I think it sometimes has value as in Blood as well as possibly Shadow, but mainly Sword and Force are the 2 more prominent ones. Now here, he plays Servant of Unkilling, so thankfully I'm really glad that he didn't play Fairies for there. If he had, that would have been a big punish. Now here I go ahead and play the Savage Swordsman out first. Yes, I know Savage Swordsman will die, however, in my mind, I'm just thinking, okay, well, if it dies, that's fine, because the first creature I play is always going to die, and again, I've been bitten in the past, but just not having a ward later in the game when I needed it. So here I go and drop the Young Assassination Jutsu. Now honestly, I didn't have to play the Jutsu here. I could have just played another creature, just played the High Sea Swordsman, because it would have outlived removal again, and it would have put him in a more awkward spot, because he can't, the best thing he could do would be play, I think it's called Instincts Unleashed, and that'd be the biggest punish. But thankfully he didn't have it, so I'm great. Now here he plays Myconid. Now Myconid is actually really strong here, because I can't kill it easily. So what I go ahead and do is I play Tina here. Now, unfortunately for me, I did only have the one drop of the Axe Princess. So because I just drew it off the top, I essentially am now down 1 card. And now, mind you, obviously again, I kind of just tunnel vision on this, because I literally knew from turn 1 that I was always going to do this on turn 4. Especially after I got the Arthurian Light, just because by making this evolve here, right? By making this evolve here, I basically try to create the most possible space for me to play this Arthurian Light, because I'm always playing this Arthurian Light. I don't have anything going for me, and the Arthurian Light is the thing I need to like get going. Now, is it enough to like carry the tides of battle and just win me the game on the spot? No, it's not. But it will win me the game over time, and that's what I'm going for here. Now here he has the biggest punishment, that the Hornet Soldier. So this Hornet Soldier was actually terrifying. Like there are no words for how terrifying this Hornet Soldier is, because it has 1 HP left. I'm like, oh my god, yikes. So I was hoping that he would have to like sack a unit or something like that, but now he doesn't sack anything. And I know that, oh, well, he now has either a hard removal spell or a burn spell in his hand. I have to guess which is which. Now, because he's AA, I'm going to assume that they took the creature removal, because, like, again, most times, like, logistically in Take-Two, you usually take the creature removal just because, like, there are some big dudes they can play that are legitimately just terrifying in Take-Two. Now, if he didn't, I'm going to probably die. But if he did take the removal, I'm good to go. Alright, so I'll go ahead and I still play the Arthurian Light here. Again, like I said, this is literally what I set up for. If I choose not to play it here, I'm basically just like bitching out, and that's not good. So I'm just going to play it here anyway. Now, he could have had Seraphic Blade. Seraphic Blade would have been a very, very big punish, but he doesn't have it. Instead, he just plays Pound of Angels and Genesis of Legend. Now, this turn I felt like from him was a very, very tempo-weak turn. He didn't actually do anything of note. He needed to commit more to the board. He couldn't have been punished. Like, I don't see why he just wouldn't commit more to the board. But anyway, he doesn't do it, and that works for me. So keep in mind, by the way, and I can't stress this part enough. If I had top deck Veteran Cavalier, he would have been in a very, very awkward spot, because I would have been able to heal immediately and then clear his board, as well as have a 4/1 that threatens to heal more and more as the game goes on. It also would have spot checked immediately to see whether or not he had the removal or whether or not he had the burn spell. Now here I get my knight, and I pick up the note this knight as well, but here I'm just going to go ahead and go Axe Princess. I go for the Axe Princess immediately because I want to draw the card, because again, trying to find that Veteran Cavalier, because I do realize that, oh, I need to heal. Now here I pick up Divine Retribution. I'm like, great, that's wonderful. So go ahead and evolve the Bear Knight. I go ahead and trade both my 1-drops in, because yes, as a 1-drop, the Axe Princess is given Storm by the Arthurian Light. It's not just my tokens, it's also just my generic 1-drops as well. So I'm able to clear up both units, and I now have a 6/2 ward. The ward here is actually super important, because yet again, it spot checks to see, oh, did he take the removal or did he take the burn spell? However, here he instead plays Mark of the Unkilling, so now I still don't know what he took. However, I do know he just like wasted a trigger on his Genesis of Legends. That's good. I get another knight, and I'm great. Now here, I do choose to go ahead and board block here by playing out the High Seas Swordsman, I think it's Swordsman, or High Seas Hero, High Seas Hero, as well as the Oathless Knights. I go ahead and just get the Storm Face. Now honestly, this turn was also a bit of a choke. I needed to evolve one of these units. It doesn't matter which unit I evolve, really, as long as it's just one of these units. Now I didn't do it because I was like thinking, okay, well, I don't want to get like Proto Baja or something like that. But if he excels to the Proto Baja here, that's perfectly fine, because what that means is that it takes up his entire turn. I can go ahead and I can just play my day, play the Infiltration, draw some cards, and, well, either play that or just play the Zero Cost, depending on like what I drop at the top. But the point is that I would have options. I have my own Proto Baja in my back, but I need to do this now because I know exactly what he's going to play. Because if you notice, again, I'm at 6, and he played the last turn and a half suspiciously slow. So I know that what he's trying to kill me with is going to be Owlbear. He's going to try to play the Owlbear, and I want to be able to hit him with the most possible punish, because he's going to commit full on into that, because he knows that, oh, I'm going to die because I'm board boxed. I can't play a ward, and the only removal spell that kills it is literally Divine Retribution. So if I had Evoed here, I would have been able to push 4. The next turn I would have been able to push 8 or something like that, and then he would be in a very, very bad spot because he would be lower than I am right now, or he would either be as low or lower. But here we see the Owlbear come out. Like I said, I literally knew this was going to happen. However, unfortunately for him, I do have the Divine Retribution, so he is going to, lose out completely. Now, like I said, if I just pushed the damage earlier, that would have been big, because as we see here, the Evo would have been worth 4 damage. So as you see here, we can see him drop down to 6. So in reality, he would have been at 4. He would have been at 4. Now, I know that, 4 and 6 doesn't really seem like a big deal, but it actually kind of is, because if I have Dragon Knights would, if I'm able to top deck Dragon Knights would actually kill him off the top, versus if he's at 6, I don't have that option anymore. Now, I do go ahead and evolve the High Seas Hero, because I realize that, oh, well, if I don't evolve this now, I'm going to get Proto Baja. So I will still, you know, trying to play around that. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe right now the only cards that kill me is exactly Sky Devouring Horror, if I'm not mistaken, because he's on 9 mana, he's on 10. So right now I'm pretty sure I'm good to go that I've won this game. Here we see him play the Adept Archer. I'm like, okay, what can you really do with that? He plays the Hornet Soldier, so I do get confirmation that he did not take the Storm. He took the removal as, he took the removal as opposed to the burn damage spell. That's fine. Now here he plays Instincts Unleashed. Now the Instincts Unleashed here is actually super good because it gets to kill 2 units. Now again, as we see here, I now need to win off Dragon Knights or something like that, but it's going to take me a while to win, which means he still has technically outs to draw the things he needs. So here I go ahead and play Goblin Fighter. Honestly speaking, playing Proto Baja was honestly probably just better in a lot of ways, but I choose to do this here because it gets me multiple creatures. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, well, if I have multiple creatures, right, he can't get rid of all of them, and the one or two creatures he doesn't get rid of will probably, like, you know, what kills them, right? Here he plays Divine Retribution. So as we see there, I'm at 3. If he had played the thing before, I would have died immediately. Now, mind you, he would have died as well because I had the pressure and I had the out to the owlbear, but still, I'm able to take it, and there goes, you know, the game 1. Like, this game was honestly probably either one of the scariest games this draft. Now, honestly, I think at least 2 or 3 of them were also pretty scary. But you know, we'll go ahead and see those in time. Let's go ahead and go right on into game 2. If I'm not mistaken, game 2, I'll be facing my first sword matchup. Now, all of the sword games, as well as the portal game, like, they're all just kind of terrifying, honestly. Thinking that now, a wide variety of different things happen in each of the matchups. Because in the sword matchup, like, it's still a game of value, but you can get blown out by your opponent having Weathered Vanguards, because a Weathered Vanguard in Take 2 is basically has about the same strength as Arthur. This is part of why the card's getting nerfed, but it has about the same strength as Arthur, except it's at a way lower rarity. So I've actually seen people who've drafted like 3 or 4 of these and then also had Arthur. So I had to get through like four or five like waves of full boards, which is very hard to do in Take 2. Like, no, I don't think even Dragon, you know, being like a master of AoE or whatever, is able to do it. Alright, so here we do see me full keep everything. I full keep everything on some crazy stuff, because honestly, I knew for a fact that there are a lot of 1-drops you can play in Sword right now. In Take 2, like, there is Rapier Master, there is Wolf Fang Swordsman, there is Quick Blader, there is the Angelic Guardian Ward thing, or the neutral 1-drop. So we do see him play out one of these. Now, I kept it because if he doesn't have it, and I have, you know, this curve, it's like really strong. But he does have it, so now I'm just automatically in the back, and that's not good. It's not, like, this game is going to be difficult to win. So he gets this free kill here, because ordinarily, the play he made is, like, really bad, because if I'm able to, like, play a real 2-drop, then value trade into this guy, then play Charlotta after that, he never comes back from that. He straight just never comes back from that. But unfortunately, that was not how this ended up, so now I'm just in a tragically awful spot, just tragic. So I go ahead and I play the Charlotta here, because Charlotta's just, you know, it's the on-curve play, it bodies his 2-drop. However, here he counters Nanja Silent Maid. So this turn is actually, like, ridiculous, because not only does Nanja have Bane, as also 2/3, the Darlo is protecting it for your kind of, you know, officer commander synergy. You know, for all of these, for all of you guys, you know, who like that buzzword or buzz phrase, yeah, this is it right here. So I'm in a very bad spot, because now he gets a free kill here. I still can't hit any of his bigger dudes with removal, and now I'm just like, well, what do I do? So here I just go ahead and play the Battlefield Beauty. I actually play the Battlefield Beauty for 2 reasons. One, because I'm trying to gamble for the kill the Darlo, because what will most likely happen is he's gonna go ahead and trade his Nanja into this. Then he's gonna go ahead and play whatever creature he has, as you know, Chi-Chi or something. Then go ahead and try to evolve over my Battlefield Beauty. Now when that happens, I get a guaranteed kill unless he has another unit to go ahead and try to block the shot. But I get a guaranteed kill on something. Then turn after that, I can go ahead and go Paradise Vanguard plus Assassination Jutsu, try to you know, recover from there. But this game is very it's rapidly going downhill, basically. He has a frontline cavalry. I'm like, oh my god. Like frontline was really the best possible thing he could have gotten. He goes space correctly, which is smart, because if you don't do that and I ping it down, you do lose some damage there. So he makes the trade. I get my kill, thankfully. Like so far, that's been the only thing that's gone well for me. However, it's not like it even matters, because I still am just drastically in the back. So I have to go ahead and go for Paradise Vanguard here. Now, I was considering playing up the Oathless, but I don't like playing up the Oathless, because if you do, you just lose everything and you just like stay downhill. So I just have to go ahead and just drop the young Assassination Jutsu on the Cavalier. Go ahead and trade into the Knight. Now, I don't even like this play, because like the only thing it does is that it maybe forces an Evo or just invites in a Spine Blade. I'm not sure which one he has yet. He plays Axe Princess though, and then a Rackham, and I'm like, oh god, I forgot about Rackham too. Like Rackham is so devastating here, because I'm just still in a bad spot. The only thing I did was get the Evo. So now we're basically on like, so we basically have close to the same amount of cards, but he has 2 cards ahead of me. And if he hits any enhanced cards at all, the Axe Princess will draw more cards, thus increasing the gap between us. Now here he plays Sagaith. And then he doesn't evolve, he just goes space. Honestly, he should have evolved here. Him not evolving here is I think part of what threw the game, because as we see here, I'm able to actually go ahead and recover here. I'm able to go ahead and just I'm able to pick up the Veteran Cavalier, or Frontline Cavalier, I'm sorry. Frontline Cavalier, then I'm able to drop the Oathless Knights. Now, honestly speaking, I should have value traded and killed the Axe Princess, but I didn't want to do it because I knew I had Proto Baja in my hand, and I knew that I couldn't be pressured in a kind of way that would like prevent me from getting what I wanted here, of being able to just drop the Proto and be able to clear his board. However, if he plays a bigger unit in addition to the Sagape, that becomes a problem, because I can only probably clear one of them without telegraphing the Proto Baja. Now here he has quite literally the best 3 cards he could have had in his hand, because now he has an Outsmart Proto Baja, both on board and in hand, and now I'm just in an awkward spot, because he also has the board too. Like Sword with board is like really oppressive. So we see the Genesis Legends Buffy unit. I'm like, damn, that's like really bad. Because that's like, alright, so one, not even gonna flex. I got super lucky with this top deck. Like this top deck had to happen. If it didn't happen, I was probably going to die. Anyway, so I got super lucky with the top decks. I'm able to just drop the Bear Knight here. Right, so now there's another issue. So the other issue is that like I have to deceptively either trade into this without him realizing that I'm doing this except for Proto Baja, while not getting messed up by these two, the Pure Bomb, and also the fact that he might have like Sealer or something like that. So I go ahead and make the value trade here. Make the value trade because this way like it hides it the best, and I get to push face damage. So mind you, the pushing of face damage, that part doesn't matter at all. The only part that matters is I have to hide the fact that I'm trying to Proto Baja this man. So we see him just go ahead and drop the Pure Bomb here immediately, because he thinks, okay, well that was his best out. He has nothing. That means he is definitely dead. Which as we know isn't true. So now I have to hope that he like value trades at in some way, shape, or form. I don't think he will, but if he does, that's even better for me, because that means I get to get HP. But that is the Pure Bomb gone. So now I'm in a really good spot. So I'll go ahead and just make my bump here. Make the bump that way because you go ahead and get some treasure. Then you just go ahead and go face with your 2 units, and then just go and drop the Baja, drop the nuke, drop the bomb. So now we're in a really great spot, because now no creature he makes will stay alive. However, the Genesis Legend is still a problem, so I do still need to draw removal or draw a creature to kill whatever creature he busts with Genesis of Legend. Otherwise, I'm in a problem because I can't kill the board and I just die. He does find the Valkyrie of Chaos. Now here he does rightly and or correctly make the correct trade here, because if you don't and you lose a 50-50, you will lose everything. So I can just value trade. Now here I get very lucky. I pick up the Usurping Spine Blade, which lets me go ahead and play the Armored Troll, hit him in the face, drop him down to 8, clear the board, and set up for lethal guaranteed next turn. I'm like, oh my god, oof. Yeah, because now it doesn't matter which unit he clears, if he can even clear any of them at all. What matters is that he's definitely dead. He knows that my Armored Troll will be able to ignore the ward. Or even if it doesn't, that Proto Baja just trade into the ward. It doesn't matter. But yeah, he definitely died there. I'm like, wow, oof. that was pretty good. Like, again, it just goes to, show you that, like, sometimes you need to be a little bit stingy with your removal. Sometimes you just need to, keep making trades, even if it doesn't seem like you have to trade, just because, like, you never know when a Proto Baja can just, come flying down, just, like, drop you on your neck. And Proto Baja did, in fact, drop that man on his neck. Proto Baja cleared, I think it was, what, like, 5 or 6 creatures? Like, that was, oof. And push 9? Oof. Yeah, just, too good, too hot, too fire. But, the portal game, if I'm not mistaken, I think it takes a while, so I'm just gonna go ahead and save that for the part 2. But if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think about my Take 2 series overall. Are you guys liking it? Are you guys hating it? If you are, go ahead and let me know. If you're not, go ahead and let me know why, so I can go ahead and try to improve on it for you guys. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next.